Welcome back to Rock Reacts. Jim here. I analyze vocals of incredible artists, and today we're of course going to be looking at Ren. This is by popular demand. I mean, it was like boom, fist thumping demand. This, and I was told this specific version of the Tale of Jenny and Screech. So, I kind of looked. I was like, okay, which one? I looked, and I saw that. And I missed out 2 months ago. Ren did like compilations of all of the reactions. Okay, so I missed out on that. But you know what I mean. Anyway, so you've got Jenny's Tale, Violet's Tale, and Screech's Tale. I'm not sure if that's the order that they're in, because I didn't, I don't know. Look, and speaking of order, some people were like, okay, you're doing this all like, somebody said that this is one of my favorite comments I've ever heard in relation to doing things out of order. Was that somebody said, this is like watching Sixth Sense backwards. So apologies for anybody who's like going along for the ride going, you don't even know you don't know the stories, you fool. Because I'm like trying to piece everything back together, ass backwards or bass backwards or whichever. Anyway, so let's get into this because this is like, buckle up. This is a 13-minute and 31 second. I was going to say 1 minute. Sound like Trump there. 13 minutes, 13 billion minutes. This is going to be 13 billion minutes. Anyway, let's check this out together. And I mean, I don't know. I've no hopes that anybody's going to really want to sit through me yapping through this long. But I always put the link if you want to watch this, the whole thing. I guess it's all of them put together because this is what people said. So I always put the link down below and check it out. Support Ren, of course. Always, he supports the reaction community, which is like incredible. Like I don't know why, but he's like so like pushing for the I mean, I do know why because he's fucking awesome. Okay, let's get on. Let's get into it. That sounded a bit like Green Sleeves at the beginning. I'm going to try not to stop it too much because this is like epic long. I wonder how he did that. Actually, was it because I know, like, I go, well, how did he do this? And a lot of people are like, he recorded it live, and the mic, it just sounds so really like clear. And it's like kind of, I'm trying to, is he going? It's like kind of rolling R to the R kind of roll of the tongue, with the kind of sounds like that. Let me just hear because it could be. It could be that. No, it sounds a bit like almost like a lip trill. And if you know vocal exercises, I do because I'm a vocal coach and I have to do that a lot. The lip trill exercise is one that's like the gospel. Everybody does that. So anyway, do that if you're trying to learn to sing. Or he might be doing the lip or the roll R's. I said I'm going to try not to stop this, but anyway, I have to like help people that. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get into it. Those are all kind of what's called SOVT, or short for semi-occluded vocal tract exercises, which help you to balance the pressure below and above your vocal folds, which helps in singing. Let's move on because you don't need to know all this. Oh, he must be.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
Oh, I love that.
Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief, at 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul.
Okay, Screech, there's Screech, James is Screech, and Jenny, and I'll have to go by this part here. I'm going to try not to go back too much, but this part here, where is he? This part here. Right. I was thinking, you hear this is like, I mean, this is totally, it is live. Like, I mean, I'm going to argue that it's live. I don't know if it's live. I don't know. Nobody knows except for maybe Ren and the people that on his crew. But you hear the kind of the stuff with the jacket shuffling and things like that. This is only things that like kind of those guys that, those, what do they call them? The Foley artists. You know what I mean? If you look that up, it's so cool. You see the people making the noise, the crunching noise. Anyway, but you can hear this. That.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
Yeah, that somewhere in Sunday. Somewhere in London City. Oh, that's kind of hard out there. I love the way he did. I gotta get. I'm so.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
Somewhere in Sun. Anyway, they kind of that. Okay, you don't need people. I know it's making a lot of people mad. If you're mad right now, you're not alone.
Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was.
I love how I just have to stop because I don't have to stop it, but I just want to comment on the fact that he's. So it's this. Can you blame? It's very kind of like, you know, telling the story of Jenny. Jenny, like, it's the kind of more gentle part of the story, and then he's like do, and he tells the story with the music along, not only with the singing but with the music. He's so good at orchestrating the instrumental part of the song in with the lyrics to tell the story, like instrumentally.
Years old and out of his brain, he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone.
I love that. So Ren, so that fluttery vibrato there, which a lot of people comment on, and a lot of people love that.
I was scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me.
Okay, so like I'm part of what's going on here is like I'm trying to, like, a lot of people are familiar with this, right? And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you didn't catch this, you didn't catch that. But I'm like it's so hard to like try to soak everything up at the same time, because, you know, on the first listen of something, it's like so much coming at you. I mean, especially with Ren's stuff, there's so much. There's the story, there's the music, there's the art of the visuals, right? And it's just, he's fun to just watch him as a human, like, do his thing, you know, like, it's just like watching like Picasso, like, make art or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's that I feel like he's at that level, and I don't mean that like superficially. Like, I think, and a lot of people will attest to this. This is like he's a genius of our generation. But the story, I'm trying to grasp the story. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go on, because
operate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone. Don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch. Are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest and the statue she was.
This is like, this is blowing me away. Like, like watching, I mean, watching this, but like, witnessing him be three different people. He's the narrator. He's telling the story about Jenny and Screech from this outside perspective. And then, I mean, I guess we haven't really, I mean, he's kind of narrating the bit of Jenny, but he's stepping into the character of Screech and really like, he's really giving it loads, like that aggression. Like, so, I mean, this is like, he's telling the friggin' story in a way that like sucks you in, man. Sucks you in.
Turned to butter in no breath.
Oh wait, hang on. So what are
Teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete.
Talking about the knife.
And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in no breath.
She was turned to butter.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City.
Somewhere in London City. I finally got it when he slowed it down. Somewhere in London. Screwed it up. Okay, got it one time. that was God going, I'll give you one chance, and that's it. Like some of the people watching this, I give you one. That's it. No more chances, Jim.
Lay still on the cold concrete. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep.
Ooh.
Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped.
Oh.
It's such a shame.
She escaped. Ooh, crap. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not gonna make you guys sit through an ad, but I'm like, oh, I need like a rest after that, man. I need a drink. I want to get past this stupid ad here thing. What the? Oh my God. So this is like setting it off to be like, I don't know what's going to happen next. Anyway, okay, so I'll just skip the ad. Okay, so here, let's before I go moving on here. Too much. Get back in here. Sorry about this.
She knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
I love it. I love the way he moved from that. It's such a, so they're really smooth, like such a shame. So the such a, it's real kind of like a falsetto-y. When I say falsetto, it's not particularly just a register. It's the type of singing, which is like characterized by that breathiness. Such a, and then he closes his vocal folds to get that. Such a shame. So if you're like, that's the closure of the vocal folds. Let's move on. Such an incredible guitar player. Musician in general, because he plays piano as well. I'm trying not to stop this. I know I'm yapping over it, but. The Samuel and Rin video. Oh, okay, Screech's tail. We didn't get that at the beginning. That was Jenny, or was it Jenny's tail? It must have been Jenny's tail. It didn't say, or I just missed it because I'm just yapping.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. This Screech, dear boy, where did he go?
Ooh, that leaning into that vocal distortion, that kind of just the way he's achieving that is just, it's kind of like, okay, I say this all the time on my other channel, like the actual vocal coaching channel, which nobody watches. They love these, they don't love the other ones, but it's kind of this musculature of like when you're getting sick, vomiting, right? Or puking, as I like to say. You know, that's how we get. If you go like that, it can get this distortion because what that part of that puking is you're constricting a bit up here, and you're then you're compressing from below. There's your stomach's trying to get. This is way too much information. Sorry.
He melted into the black.
I gotta hear that again though.
Screech, dear boy, where did he go?
Yeah, and there's a good bit of airflow there. Where did he go? He's not just compressing. He's allowing some of that airflow to come through, which gives it that brightness, that kind of little airy sort of distortion.
Melted into the black night just like.
I do want to go back. So I do want to go. I know you're going to be annoyed with me. Sorry, Mom. But I want to hear his technique is great. Somebody commented on this, and I was like, okay, the holding back of the breath is, and somebody else commented on this. This is kind of part of the technique is you're holding back the breath. It's part of what's called what's known as like they say sing from your diaphragm, blah blah blah, all this sort of stuff. That's just support basically. It's good breath support where you're trying not to. It's balancing like the air pressure above and below the vocal folds, like with an SOVT. What he does is when he's singing like this, he's using that kind of that sense. I would say then sensation of a semi-occluded vocal tract without using the training wheels of going or people do that. There's all those kind of, but he's doing that without the training wheels. So you take away the brr or whatever, and it's just that sensation of holding back the air and supporting from below. But listen.
Right to the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben.
So like Big Ben. So if you did that, if you're like Big Ben, if you're trying to hold your breath back and you just phonate. I know. Sorry, this is like getting way too much. So, I know it's just like always. I'm too much.
Reach, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow.
Oh, lovely. Like snow.
Patrick, man, let me in. Please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick. Really fucked up, man. I'm not sure. I got crazy. Left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick. Come on, man. I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate. With something far more sinister in mind that does away.
Guys, this is insane. Like, this is insane. He's doing this all live. Like, he's like, there's no, because he doesn't have ear mod. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's doing this live because it's so good. It's like he's playing and singing, and it's like, I mean, wow. I mean, Ren is such a workhorse, and then to sing, this is like they're doing this all like this in one take. This is not easy to get. Because there's so many people that use auto-tune and like kind of pitch correction and all this stuff after, and you don't hear any of that on this. They're like, this is raw talent, man. Like you're witnessing stuff that people don't really do these days. And he's like, okay, he's being Screech, I think.
Hey, babe, you in? No, nothing really. I'm just a bit tired. Listen, can I swing around yours for a few moments?
This must be
I
Violet.
just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes!
Oh, man. This is like, I have questions about this, right? Okay, so he's being Screech, calling, I think it's Violet. Anyway, it's weird that, okay, Screech did that. He was like really aggressive, but it's weird. But then he's like kind of in this position where he's like trying to knock on Patrick, and he feels like really scared. So a lot of times that's what happens. These people that are aggressive or whatever, they're really cowards inside, like they go be aggressive, but then they're really like, kind of timid or whatever. But and same, he lashes out. This is very kind of, people like if you like therapists out there watching, go, yeah, he's childish. It's just child like throwing tantrums, but he really acts the part, man. Like it's like he's gonna have a Hollywood career, I'm sure, as well.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer.
Richard, this is what I was thinking. Okay. This is where you guys are, okay, I'm piecing stuff together, man. The wheels are spinning here. But my questions, right? When I said I have questions, like, sorry for those of you who are like, just get to it, Jim. Just finish the thing. Anyway, I don't know. And maybe there's people who are still watching. But the question is, he's in kind of what appears to be a neighborhood, and he's screaming, and it's dark, and like, how do they do that? Like, if you know, let me know in the comments below. How the hell did he record this where he's screaming at the top of his lung like a lunatic, and like no one's going, shut up, like. So if I did that around my place, it'd be like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, this is incredible. This aggression here is like, it's like, you just want you gotta soak this up.
Blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Whoa! Great camera work! Great camera work! Oh, man. That was so cool. I'm piecing it together because Richard from Vincent's Tale was off duty for a while because of an incident, which I didn't know was going on. Man, this is epic. You guys, like, you should watch it all backwards because it's like watching Sixth Sense backwards. It's like, oh, it's making sense now. I see dead people. Anyway.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart.
Oh.
An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame.
And the red on there as well. It's like, just like, not a thing goes unthought of with Ren, I think. I don't know. Who am I? I'm just an idiot on the internet. But like, I think, okay, so from Zach Skinner's kind of commentary, whatever, he's like, Ren sounds like a workhorse. He's like, he was saying like Ren likes to do like 150 takes or whatever. I think he may have said 50,000, but that could have been drum feed. That's 50,000 takes. But he likes to do takes it over and over again. And Zach was like, man, he's in this mask. He's like, man, I just want to go grab a beer. I'm kind of sick of this, But so not the other thing is about this. I'm anxious to hear kind of the rest of the song after he was doing the Screech yelling at Richard, because he was really, really getting aggressive with his voice. And if you go to a soccer match or whatever, something like that, anything, and you're yelling, people generally yell incorrectly, right? I don't mean incorrectly, but I mean like in a damaging way to their voice. So, which the next day you're like, oh, I was at the match and I can't talk, because I was yelling or whatever. You're out all night or whatever. And the next day you can't talk. Yeah, I can't talk because I was out all night. but I think it sounded like he was doing it in a very, very aggressive way. But Ren being Ren and knows how to sing, like, and he has really good breath control. I'm sure he more made it sound like it was going out of control, and he still kept it in control. I think so. I think
Such a shame.
Yeah. Oh, on that shame. So it proves because his voice is not hashed. It's not toast after that. Man. Oh, more ads. Great. Love it. Okay. So we got to skip past this ad. I'm sorry about the ads. It's probably the least of the hell you've been through watching me do all this. But anyway, here we go back to this. Sorry. But anyway. Violet's Tale. So we got Jenny, Screech, now Violet. I love how each one of these starts off with the guitar. And someone was mentioning, okay, and I am an uncultured swine from Ohio, right, in the States, right? So I grew up like not too far. I grew up playing in dirt fields and stuff like that. So I'm an uncultured swine. Since moving to Ireland, right, and just outside of Dublin, I'm a bit more cultured, but still I don't know the whole story about. These are like stories from Vincent van Gogh's painting. And somebody was like, okay, go to the Instagram. And I was like, okay, well, I'm never on Instagram. I'm too old. I'm not too old for that, but anyway, but I haven't looked at that. I should have. I kind of meant to. I was like, I should look at it. But anyway, let's move on because this is taking all your time. Let's go. I'm trying to think, is that, I was thinking it was a different guitar, but it looks, I don't want to go back and look, but because this sounds like a nylon classical guitar, and he's got it plugged in there. You can see. So this is like it's live. This is no messing around, man. It don't mess around. Eddie Van Halen, eat your heart out. I think. His socks are dirty on the bottom. This is probably take 150 or something. No one ran. I'm not saying that he screwed up the other day. I'm not saying that, okay? So chill out, okay? I'm just saying that he's been somewhere with them socks, man. I've got a story about that I'll tell in the future about muddy socks.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's Tale.
Let's rewind for Violet's Tale. And you could see the mic on his what do you call those things? Hospital gown. You could see. He said, "This is like, no doubt in my mind, it's live." You know, you guys can comment down below if you know otherwise, but I'm sure you'll get a lot of hate.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna get past this. I apologize for the ads. Yeah, I guess you guys are. Why don't you? Surely you can afford to not get rid of the ads, or to not have the ads. And of course, I could do it as a business expense, but sometimes I like watching ads. Call me crazy. I'm old school, kid. Hopefully we get past this. Come on, this is a. I just want to comment on that. You could tell when he moved out of that one room, the bigger room, there was the echo, so that kind of proves more so that it's live. You get this sound of. We'll just go back to this bit here. Right, when it moves into. Okay. When it moves, it being random.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick.
Oh, I love at the end you could hear how he's going through all of this. He's going through this holding back of the air, but there's that big long line there, and he has to he's getting down to the end of the prick. He's kind of getting down to the end of the air, I think. I mean, it's what it sounds like. I'm only using that from my experience as a singer. When you get down to the end of your air, you're kind of really, you have to force that little last, and that's with your abdominal muscles to kick that last little part out.
Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast.
Oh, listen to that.
She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and
Violet was a silent girl. He's just a master of he goes from, he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl. He's just like one extreme to the other. It's just this playful narration with all of this, the orchestration of the story and the music. And
fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took a tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself. He'd paint her black and blue and dark.
What did you say? The Tucker? I should have the words up.
But never left the room. History repeats.
Put that on that.
Wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took a tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself. He'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance.
Ooh, so
the devil comes to dance.
To get that so perfect. She never stood. I gotta hear that again because it's just like go move from right here, just from the.
History repeats itself. He'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance.
Black and blue and dark. She never to go from that. Just the techniques. To go from that kind of really that kind of very chesty to move into that falsetto region is such command of his voice.
The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick-knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left the bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence.
Oh, man, I just like, how could you actually watch this and not just like, I'm feeling so many feels right through this because he's such a master of the storyteller and he's telling us from this aggressive standpoint and just like he's, you know, his ability to like, I can't do that. Like, I can't look at this camera and like actually like, it's so hard to like pretend that I'm actually with you, like I am with you right now. But it's so hard to do that. Like, I mean, maybe it's just he's so much practice at it or whatever. But to be like just to narrate these stories like this and be the characters and then switch from narrator, like how could you be, you know, how could you be so silent? You know, like just going back and it's like, oh.
Wait. Say something, Violet.
Uh oh.
Not one word. She stays quiet.
Wait a minute. I'm confused now. Was Violet who Screech was ringing earlier? Was that
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive.
Oh.
A tragedy or a miracle. It happened on these very streets. Two twins are lying side by side.
twins?
A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
What? 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 What the Oh, what? Oh my God. Whoa. Are you friggin' kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, man? Oh, that wasn't Violet. He was, oh my God, dude, that's fucking, dude, that's insane. I gotta go. Thanks for watching that. That is messing me up, man. That is messing me. Thanks, Ren, for fucking me up, man. Holy shit, man. Thanks for watching Rock Reacts. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.